get started with Parker through SI Sooners.
Hey, Ronnie, it seems like you're not just looking to tackle guys when you're out there jumping in the backfield. Looks like you kind of just want to throw them around. You got a little extra fire under you, especially having come back later on in the season, and now you guys being in position to go contend for a Big 12 championship. Is that kind of fueling you a little bit more?
Yeah, most definitely. But shoot, when you set out for that many games, and kind of feel like a starved caged lion. So once you free a lion out of the cage, he gonna do what he got to do to eat. So that's kind of how I feel going out there every week, man. Just I'm getting all the meals back that I missed.
Joe Bednar, Norman transcript.
Hey, Ronnie, just this Oklahoma State offense with the players that they have, I'm curious, does this feel like a statement for you all as far as like validating what you guys have been, I guess, working toward all season?
I'm sorry, can you say it again?
I'm curious, I mean, is tonight a validation against an Oklahoma State offense? Does this kind of validate what you guys have been working toward to do it on a big stage like this?
Yeah, most def, but we kind of expect to do this, man. Really, it's expected here now. It's just, games like that, we expect to do that week in and week out. So I wouldn't say like it's a surprise or nothing. It's just it's kind of our standard now, I should say. It's the standard for this defense to dominate whatever game we play, big game, small game, whatever we play. We need to dominate. So.
If you don't mind me asking, what's the LLG on your face paint?
Oh no, it's LL6. It's one of my friends who passed recently. His football number was 6. So my bad for the bad handwriting.
As he curious is that friend, and if you don't mind providing his name, but I'm curious, was he on your mind a lot tonight?
Yeah, he always is. Yeah. His name Darion Fields. He was one of my high school teammates. So he's a close friend of mine. I know since I was probably 10 years old, and he just recently passed when I was home. So I kind of just word is out there with me to give me memory of him while I'm playing, and also to make him feel like he playing with me while he watching down on me.
Gotcha, man. That's awesome.
Jenny Carlson with the Oklahoman.
Hey, Ronnie, I know you were obviously sidelined for those losses earlier this year, but the fact that you guys have found your way back into, getting to the Big 12 championship game and maybe being in conversations for something bigger, what do you attribute that to, that you guys are still in the mix after a couple of losses?
So in the Magic. Shoot, really, that's trusting the process, really, as a team, after not getting down after those 2 losses, man. Coach just kept us in it. He kept us fighting. So at the end of the day, we always knew somehow, some way it could work out in our favor, which it is. So early in the season, coach just had us keep fighting. Don't give up on the season, even though we had 2 losses early. Don't give up. Keep fighting. Let's win out, and you never know what could happen.
Did that message hit home even more in this season, 2020, with the pandemic and COVID? And I mean, so much just feels, you just don't know. You don't know what other leagues are going to have happen or did that message hit home even more considering all of that?
Yeah, it actually did. One thing we always say around the locker room, man, it's a crazy year in college football. A lot of crazy stuff happening. So we definitely believed what he said.
Cool. Thanks, Ronnie.
Eric Bailey with the Tulsa World.
Hey, Ronnie, before the game, I saw you staring at the OSU bench from midfield. Just one of those things you want to let them know you're ready to play?
Coach ain't no trash talking, huh? I was just looking for a player over there. That's all. Nothing crazy. I was just looking for a certain player.
I got you. I wanted to ask you, too, just the emotions that defense had in that first quarter, especially after David's interception. How big did that just add to what you guys were doing?
It added big, man. Come out to start the game fast like that and to get a turnover there early. It added on. It probably poured a lot of gas into our fire, man. So it just made us want to play even harder after knowing, we can get it. We can definitely jump on top of these guys early. So his turnover and the emotion we played with in those first few drives, I feel like that set the tone pretty much for the whole game.
last question. Wanted to ask you about holding OSU to just 78 rushing yards. That's a low for them. How important was it to have that kind of game?
We just wanted to prove we was top dog. We the best defense in the Big 12. That's all. We've been hearing a lot about their defense throughout the week. No disrespect to them at all, but defense. I mean, it sounds kind of crazy to say, but defense run through Oklahoma in the Big 12 too now, offense and defense.
Thanks, Ronnie. Appreciate it.
Time for a few more with Ronnie, Mason Young, OU Daily.
Ronnie, obviously big performance for you tonight, and kind of similar to how you played against Baylor down in Waco last year. There's something about those big games where it's all on the line and you guys are vying for the conference title that makes you more excited, gives you a little bit more energy.
Yeah, most def. When the light's bright, man, that's when you got to go put everything you know on tape. You know, you got the whole world watching. As Coach Grinch would say, the eyes of college football was on us tonight. So why not go out there, put on the show, and show what I can do? And I feel like a lot of people been missing out on what I could do for 2020. So tonight was definitely like a coming out party for me.
Thanks, Ronnie.
The last one was Ronnie Jacob Unruh from the Oklahoman.
Hey, Ronnie, I'm kind of curious. You were pressuring Spencer Sanders a lot, but then when Illingworth came in there, it seemed like you guys really kind of turned your ears back. What changed? What changes when Illingworth's in the game?
You said what changed?
Yeah.
A lot of more chip
You
blocks.
guys are running well. I mean, do what?
I say they kind of changed up their protection when he came in. They also they started to get the ball out there quicker. Stop letting them drop back and hold the ball. They started getting it out quicker. Start holding the tight ends to chip the defensive ends. Me and Nick using the running backs to help block me and Nick. So they kind of changed up their possession. What I'm trying to say? They kind of changed up their protection a lot. My bad. Yeah, they kind of changed up their protection to try to protect that quarterback. So it kind of worked out in their favor, but we was still able to get a few hits off on him too.
Is that? I mean, did you pin your ears back a little bit more, knowing he's not going to move as well?
Yeah, most def. I mean, shoot, with Spencer, you got a mobile quarterback, so if you get back there, you still might have to run after him. But him, he really just like a standing target.